Hello everyone, this is Manu, your geography instructor from Mastermind IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss about the river Ganga system. So before starting with river Ganga, we have to know that the Indian drainage system is divided into two important classes. The first one is the Himalayan drainage system. The second one is the peninsular drainage system. Himalayan drainage system is much younger than peninsular drainage system. The important Himalayan draining rivers are Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus. And the important rivers in peninsular drainage system are Godavari, Narmada, Tapi, Kaveri, Krishna and Mahanadi. So the river Ganga comes under Himalayan drainage system. So let's start with river Ganga. River Ganga originates from Gangotri Glacier, which is very near to Gaumukh in Uttarkashi district of Uttarakhand. The name given to this particular river over there is Bhagirathi. It is not known by the name Ganga. Bhagirathi river joins another river called Alagananda at Devaprayag. And Devaprayag is actually a confluence. So what does confluence means? Confluence is a point where two rivers meet each other. We have to discuss four more important confluences. These confluences are considered as holy by Hindu mythology. So we will discuss about all four important confluences. For that, we have to know the story of river Alagananda. For that, I'll be showing you a picture that will be giving you a better idea about it. So, the river in blue color is Alagananda. Alagananda, which originates from Satopnath Glacier, which is above Badrinath. You can see that blue color river. The name given to that particular river over there is Vishnu Ganga. Vishnu Ganga meets another river called Dhauli Ganga at the place called Vishnu Prayag or Joshimath. From that particular point only, river Alagananda originates. The name of that river is Alagananda. So that is the first confluence. After that, when Alagananda flows, it joins with another important river. That is Nandagini. And that particular confluence is Nandaprayag. As it flows, another river called Pindar or Pindar Ganga joins Alagananda at the point called Karnaprayag. That is the third confluence. Then as Alagananda flows, another river which originates from Kedarnath, that is Mandagini, joins Alagananda at the point called Rudraprayag. Then comes the most important confluence, that is Devaprayag, where river Bhagirathi meets river Alagananda. As Bhagirathi originates from Gangotri Glacier, it cuts through lesser and center Himalayas and it enters the plain at Haridwar, which is also in Uttarakhand. As it enters Haridwar and as it enters the plain, it takes a south direction. After that, southeast. So it travels from Uttarakhand to Uttar Pradesh to Bihar and to West Bengal. These are the four states which is being traveled by river Ganga. In West Bengal, it divides itself into two important rivers. The one is river Padma. Padma is the name given to river Ganga when it enters Bangladesh. And the other river, that is river Hooghly, that joins Bay of Bengal. And at this point, the story of Ganga ends. That is the overall sketch of river Ganga. The total length covered by river Ganga is 2525. That is easy to remember. That is 2525 kilometers. Now we will discuss about important tributaries of river Ganga. So before that, I'll show another important image or a picture that will give you a better idea about it. So in this particular image, you can see the total river basin of river Ganga. Okay, so starting with tributaries. So what are actually tributaries? Tributaries are the river that provide water to a major river or to a main river. They give water. So what are distributaries? Distributaries are the river that take water from that main river and flows in some other direction. So we have right bank tributaries and left bank tributaries. This is applicable for all the rivers, okay. It is delineated according to the direction of the river's flow, the right bank and the left bank. So let's start with the important right bank tributary of river Ganga. The most important tributary of river Ganga, the largest tributary of river Ganga is Yamuna. Yamuna originates from Yamunotri glacier and it flows parallel to that of river Ganga and meets river Ganga at Allahabad, formerly known as Allahabad, now it's known as Prayagraj. That's also in Uttar Pradesh. So we have different tributaries, right bank tributaries of river Ganga like Chambal, Betwa, Ken, Sindh and all. But actually these rivers join Yamuna. They are not joining Ganga directly, you can see in the picture. But they are actually considered as the tributary of Ganga itself. So now we will discuss about the right bank and left bank tributaries of Yamuna. The important left bank tributaries of Yamuna are Varna, Senagar, Rihan and Vrind. And important right bank tributaries of river Yamuna are Chambal, Betwa, Sindh and Ken. So let's start with river Chambal. Chambal originates from Malwa Plateau in Madhya Pradesh and joins river Yamuna at Jalaun district. Then comes Sindh. Sindh also originates from the same Malwa Plateau and joins in Jalaun district of Uttar Pradesh with Yamuna. Then comes the other river, that is Betwa, that originates from Vindhya ranges and joins Yamuna at a place called Hamirpur. Then the Ken. Ken actually joins Yamuna at a place called Chilagat. Then comes the river Son. Son is a river that joins Ganga directly. It is not joining Yamuna as such. It is joining Ganga directly. River Son originates from Amarkantak Plateau and joins river Ganga near to Patna. There is a specialty in these rivers. Actually, these rivers are originating from peninsular India. They are originating from peninsular India, but they are providing water to a Himalayan-born Ganga. That is Himalayan-born river. They are not flowing southwards, they are flowing northwards and joining river Ganga. So that's the peculiarity of these rivers. Okay. So these are the important right bank tributaries of river Ganga. Now let's move on to the left bank tributaries of river Ganga. The first one is Ram Ganga that joins river Ganga at a place called Kanauj, which is very famous for perfumes. Then comes Gomati. Gomati joins river Ganga near to Varanasi. Then we have Sindh. The other name of river Sindh is Sarayu, which originates from Nepal Himalayas. And this particular river joins Ghagra river. It is not directly joining Ganga, it is joining river Ghagra. And river Ghagra joins Ganga near to Patna. Then comes river Gandak, which originates from Nepal Himalayas and joined river Ganga in Bihar. Another important river of Bihar is Kosi. Kosi is also known as the Sorrow of Bihar. Why it is known as Sorrow of Bihar? Because it caused flood almost every year in Bihar. The main reason or why it is causing flood in Bihar, because it always changes its path. It is not flowing in its own course. It is always trying to change its course. So question is, why is it changing its course? Because Kosi is a river which joins by lot of tributaries. It gets joined by many tributaries. So because of this particular reason, the amount of water and amount of sediments that it carries is huge. So as it carries these sediments, it deposits it its own way. So it's very difficult for the river to move on that particular path. And what it does, it just changes its direction. It just changes its course and moves to the next path. And this causes flood in that region. Kosi actually originates from northern part of Mount Everest and it joins river Ganga in Bihar. Then comes the last left bank tributary of river Ganga, that is Mahananda. Mahananda originates from Darjeeling Hills and joins river Ganga in West Bengal. So this is the overall sketch of the tributaries of river Ganga. So after Ganga reached West Bengal, at a place called Faraka Barrage, it divides itself into two different rivers, or we can say that it splits into two different rivers. One is Hooghly, which joins Bay of Bengal. The other one is river Padma, which I have already mentioned. Padma is the name given to the river that flows in Bangladesh. That is, the name of Ganga in Bangladesh is river Padma. The other river, that is Hooghly, which is also known by one more name, that is Bhagirathi. But we should not be getting confused with the name Bhagirathi, because already we have discussed or we have mentioned this Bhagirathi before. When Ganga originates from Gangotri, the name of the river there is Bhagirathi. That is different river, and this is different river. This is actually the Hooghly river. The other name of Hooghly is Bhagirathi. In the river Bhagirathi, another important tributary of Ganga meets, that is Damodar. You can see in the map. Damodar was once known as the Sorrow of Bihar, but that have been rectified with the help of Damodar Valley project. So the place where the Ganga splits into Hooghly and Padma is Faraka Barrage. That is in Murshidabad district of West Bengal. So this is the story of Ganga. The story of Ganga, I will just explain it, or I will just brief it in just capsule form. It originates from Gangotri, and after that it covers the states like Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. From West Bengal it jumps on to Bangladesh, where it is known as river Padma, and the other part of the river joins Bay of Bengal near to Sagar Island. That is the last part of river Ganga is river Hooghly, and it have many, we all know that Ganga is having lots of tributaries, and it's a perennial river, perennial river, that it have water throughout the year. So this is an outer sketch of Ganga river system. We have to discuss it in detail, and that we will be doing in our future classes. Hope to see you all soon. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.